Today, let me tell you a story about two brothers, namely Azur and Chuma, who are from Egypt, and they had been assigned a task by their powerful pharaoh uncle to build a monumental pyramid for the king. The condition was like they have to make a pyramid alone, and if they can complete making the pyramid, they will be rewarded with lifelong retirement, luxuries, kingship, and a lot of money. Listening that, Azur started immediately. He started to move these stones by hand and drenching in sweat. And surprisingly, within a year, he built a solid foundation, the base of the pyramid. And literally everyone was praising about him. But on the other hand, Chuma didn't even start any work and the land was completely empty. So later, when Azur visited Chuma, he saw that Chuma is working on a bizarre machine. So he commented on Chuma like, what you are doing, you are just wasting your time. Listening that, Chuma said calmly that you build your own pyramid, I will build mine. Another year passed by and Azur already built the second floor of the pyramid. But there is something we started to see in this situation, that he is starting to struggle and his pace of work is slowing down. Basically, what is being noticed that he is only moving one stone in a month. So then Azur had to take the help from the strongest man from the Egypt. He basically set his exercise regime, he set his exotic diet, and Azur was completely focused to increase his muscle strength. So time was passing by. But on the third year, suddenly, one day out of blue moon, Chuma arrived. And he didn't arrive alone. He arrived with a 25 feet tall machine which was constructed with levers, gears and ropes. And that is not the most surprising part. The most surprising part is that machine constructed the foundation of the monumental pyramid within a week, which Azur took almost a year to build. And in the next 40 days, he completed the same amount of work which Azur took 3 years to complete. At the age of just 26, Chuma completed the complete monumental pyramid, where he spent 3 years in developing the machine and 5 years only to build the pyramid. Of course, Pharaoh crowned him as the king, and he never had to work even for a single day for the rest of his life. He spent the rest of his life traveling, learning and inventing. Azur, on the other hand, didn't learn anything from Chuma. You know what he did? He doubled down his labor, and unfortunately, he never finished his mission. He died one day because of the heart attack, where he actually completed till 12th floor of the pyramid, just 2 levels left from the completion. But the question is, do you know why he failed? He failed because he prioritized brute strength above building a system. Now the reason is why I explained you the story of Azur and Chuma in a finance channel is because Azur represents the traditional way of thinking, which most of the people think about. But on the other hand, Chuma teaches us how wealthy people actually think. We need to understand that muscles can get tired, but system never gets tired. It works 24/7. And this is how you leverage your time. And this is how you leverage the effort. And this is how you become wealthy, even when you are sleeping. See, in We Persist, I'm not going to tell you which never existed or out of blue moon or which you never heard about. I'm going to tell you the thoughts which I'm implementing inside me, the mindset which I'm trying to acquire, how I am planning my efforts, how I am setting my goal, which can be really helpful and transformative for all of you. See, try to understand this wealthy mindset is not about just quitting your job or starting a new business from tomorrow. It's nothing like that. It is about transforming your mindset from a consumer perspective to a producer perspective. But the question is, you can ask me like, Arijit, what is this producer perspective? Now, if you observe carefully, you will notice from the time you are born, we are constantly being programmed that in a way that we want products, we need products, we are craving for products all the time. And also, we are looking on the internet how to get the product in the cheapest price. Now, listen to me very carefully. Many of you are working as a brand manager of a consumer product company. Some of you are working as insurance agent. Some of you are focused on delivering products or services to the consumer. So we are doing jobs which is designed to facilitate the consumer process. But don't you think that instead of digging gold, it is better to sell shovels to the people? Don't you think instead of watching or consuming content into the Instagram, we can make content by ourselves, which I'm doing right now? Don't you think instead of opting for mortgage, we can put our rental property into a rental income from where we can pay back the mortgage, and also the remaining money can go into our savings? I am not saying that it is easy to do, but it all starts when we change our thinking. The moment you shift your mindset from the consumer to the producer perspective, you start to see things very differently. See, the fact is that changing your subconscious mind is the toughest thing you will ever do in your entire life. But don't you think this is the same reason why rich people are into the minority? When you get into the producer perspective, suddenly your opportunities starts to become more clear. Suddenly new ideas starts to bloom. They start to come into the surface level. And also at the same time, the scams of the big organizations like food industry, medical industry, luxury brands, their scams are literally exposed. Make sure from next time onwards, when you see an advertisement literally anywhere, in social media or TV, doesn't matter, you ask yourself this kind of certain question. Basically, I ask myself this kind of questions only, that's why I'm discussing with you. How does this company is making money? What psychological tactics are being used in this marketing campaign? What kind of operational process are involved for offering this kind of products or services? Is this company really making any profit? What is the revenue model? Is this product manufactured in India or being exported from China? Why this advertise always pops up in my Instagram account mostly at the late night? Why this product's website is always giving you a countdown timer, where if you don't purchase the product in the next 10 minutes, you won't be able to avail the 95% discount. Always observe commercials not to buy something, but to see how the professionals are doing the marketing to get more sales. Here are some beautiful usual example, which is the perfect representation about how producer mindset works. A gaming YouTuber builds a $50 a month gaming subscription community. A guy with certain marketing knowledge opens an e-commerce brand, and he automates the fulfillment from a Chinese factory using Shopify. A normal office-going girl sells courses online regarding coding, fitness or designing. An already established writer writes a new book spending 500 hours of his life, but he's earning in millions. You know why? Because he's getting a royalty of $5 on each book sell. One thing you need to admit here, that you create only once, but you reap the rewards repeatedly. In this way, your business or your system is controllable, but it creates unlimited leverage. You generate wealth faster. So at the end of the day, if you want to consume more, that means you want to have an expensive car, a good house or a mansion, or you want to have a lavish lifestyle. Just remember this one sentence: to consume richly, produce richly first. But guess what most of the people does? They does it backwards. They consume a lot and they produce almost nothing, where the producers are continuously getting rich and the consumers are continuously getting poor. Look, it doesn't matter that you are in your 25 or 35, or even if you already reached on your 40s. Don't get depressed, you still got time. Here is how I started my journey. Start today and build a system based on pure patience and consistency. Always remember that it takes time in people's mind to register yourself or your personal brand or even your brand. And don't expect high level of performance from the first day onwards. You eventually get better and then you reach your iconic level. Always try to plan your time in the most intelligent way, because in this way you can avoid repeated burnout. Keep it very, very simple in the beginning, because with time, when you have good income, you can always invest more money, more time or more effort into the production process. And most importantly, prioritize breaks. Go for leave for days or week to reboot yourself. It is not always about the social media grind, It is about a calm mind which can see the direction which way you are going properly. It's not a sprint, it's all about a journey. Please like the video, even for once you feel the kind of passion an entrepreneur holds inside his heart. Please subscribe to the channel and please help me to build a community of people which are like-minded, who are serious about their personal finance and who are determined to change their lives. Especially share this video with your friends and family, especially for those members who want to make it big in their life. Arijit here from Bangalore signing out. See you in the next video, my friend.